Okay, so we got to the point where they've sent an email saying that we need to activate our account. So what you do is go to your email, the little dots on Drive, that takes you to your Gmail account, and somewhere in there you'll see something from Onshape. It sometimes goes into trash, but not often, and it says there you go, Onshape account is ready. So what we do then is click on the big blue button to activate your account, and that will take us to Onshape. All of these steps again are identified in the slides here. So when you have activated your account, there's the dots, there's your Gmail. Click on the activate account. This is a point where it says you need to come up with a password. Write it down, all right? Absolutely do not forget this password, because you've got to create it, but you're going to be logging into it again many times in the future. So write it, make a note on your phone, do whatever you have to. It needs to have a capital, a number, and be at least 8 characters long. So this is where I'm going to create my password. So I'm going to go for and it's going to have to need a lowercase. So let's put a lowercase in there. So that's going to be okay, and now they match. So tick the box to say that we agree to the terms, and now we're ready to get going. Okay, so make sure you've written down your password, because it's quite tricky. Now, this is an interesting thing. It asks you to set your default units. It never used to do this, so this is a really good thing. So we're going to set the default units to millimeters, and grams are the mass units. Decimal places 2 will be fine. All your decimal places, we just want as 2. And there we go. That's looking good. Go next. Okay, these tells you how to control the screens. The default settings are fine. Again, you can see this is quite difficult to do with the trackpad, so you need a mouse really, and you actually use the mouse wheel as a button. All right, set your profile, let others know who you are, so you can change and put yourself a nickname if you want. I'm going to leave that. And then next, it's going to check that you're using a good browser, so we're going to set in the instructions to make sure that you're using Chrome and avoid using Explorer, and we're good to go. Right, so this is the home page. The first thing that you've been asked to do is to create your name in 3D. We can actually skip through the bit that says setting up for millimeters, because we've done that, hopefully. You can double check these if you want, just to be on the safe side, but now we can go straight to slide 10, which is making your name in 3D. So we're going to create a new document, call it name in 3D. So we're going to go to create a document, call it name, or name in 3D, whatever, and OK. And it tells you what to do there. The first thing to do is to click the front plane, click sketch to say that you're going to sketch on the front plane, use the text tool, drag out a text box, write your name, and then hit the extrude button at the end. So we can get rid of all of these little warnings. So we click on the front work plane, we go sketch, and we make a text box and type in your name. You've got some different fonts you can use if you want, and then OK. And now that you've drawn it, if you want to extrude it, you need to OK the sketch, and then the final thing will be to go to the extrude button here. It's asking you what you want to extrude, so you need to click on the text that you've just created, and it knows what it's extruding. And there we go, and you can see it's pulled it out from 2D to 3D. Done. If you want to change the color of any of these, you can right click and go edit appearance for part 1, change the color. All right, and the final thing to complete the assignment will be to take a screenshot and upload it to the classroom. So there's a couple of ways you can do that. You can either take a photograph of it on your phone, which is probably the quickest and easiest, or you can take a print screen, which I can't actually remember how you do that on Chrome, and then you can maybe Google that and then add it to a slide